compound interest is one of the most powerful financial concepts, enabling your savings or investments to grow exponentially. In this guide, we'll cover everything you need to know about compound interest, including how it works, its formula, benefits, and practical applications. But as simple sites, what is compound interest? Compound interest is the interest you earn not only on the principal, the original money you invested or saved, but also on the interest that accumulates on that principal. Unlike simple interest, which is calculated on the original principal only, compound interest grows your money faster because it compounds, meaning it adds the earned interest to the principal and earns even more interest on that amount in subsequent periods. In simple terms, compound interest is the interest on interest, which allows your money to grow at an accelerating rate. Example, if you invest $1,000 at an interest rate of 5%, in the first year, you will earn $50 in interest. In the second year, you will earn interest not just on the $1,000, but on the $50 from year one. So you'll earn $52.50. Over time, the interest accumulates and your investment grows exponentially. 2. How is compound interest different from simple interest? While both compound and simple interest are ways to calculate interest, the key difference lies in how the interest is calculated. Simple interest. Simple interest is calculated only on the principal amount, the original sum of money. The interest earned is always the same, and the growth of your money is linear. Formula for simple interest. Interest equals principal times rate times time. Compound interest. Compound interest, on the other hand, is calculated on the principal plus any accumulated interest. As a result, compound interest leads to exponential growth over time. Formula for compound interest: A equals P times 1 plus R divided by N to the power of N times T, where A equals total amount, principal plus interest. P equals principal equals annual interest rate decimal equals number of times the interest is compounded per year. T, time in years. Comparison. Example, year. Simple interest, compound interest, yearly. 1,000 x 5%. $51,000 times 1.05 equals $1,050. $2,000 plus $50 equals $1,050. $1,050 times 1.05 equals $1,102.50. $3,050 plus $50 equals $10,100. $1,102.50 times 1.05 equals $1,157.63. As you can see, the compound interest amount grows faster due to the interest being calculated on both the principal and accumulated interest. 3. What is the formula for compound interest? The compound interest formula helps you calculate how much your initial investment will grow over time, depending on the interest rate and compounding frequency. Formula for compound interest: A equals P times 1 plus R divided by N, raised to the power of N times T, where A equals final amount, principal plus interest, P equals principal. The initial investment, R, equals annual interest rate. Decimal N equals number of times the interest is compounded per year. T equals time in years. Explanation: P is the starting amount, the principal or initial deposit. R is the annual interest rate expressed as a decimal. For example, 5% would be 0.05. N is how often the interest is compounded: yearly, quarterly, monthly, etc. T is the total time in years that the money is invested or saved. This formula gives you the total amount after interest has been applied, including the compound effect. 4. How does compound interest work? Compound interest works by taking the interest earned from previous periods and adding it to the principal. In the next period, the interest is then calculated on the new, larger principal, which results in a larger amount of interest being added. Example, let's say you invest $1,000 at an interest rate of 5%, compounded yearly for 3 years. Year 1, $1,000 times 1.05 equals $1,050. Year 2, $1,050 times 1.05 equals $1,102.50. Year 3, $1,102.50 times 1.05 equals $1,157.63. The interest earned in year 3 is larger than in the first year, even though the interest rate is the same. This is the power of compounding. The interest grows exponentially. 5. Why is compound interest so powerful? Compound interest is powerful because it allows you to earn interest on both your principal and your accumulated interest. The longer you leave your money untouched, the more exponentially it grows. The time factor. The longer you keep your money invested or saved, the more pronounced the effects of compounding become. Early investors benefit the most because compounding rewards time. 6. What is the rule of 72? The rule of 72 is a simple way to estimate how long it will take for your investment to double at a given annual interest rate. Formula: 72 divided by annual interest rate equals number of years to double. For example, if your investment earns 6% per year, you can calculate how long it will take to double. 72 divided by 6 equals 12 years. This rule is an approximation, but is very useful for understanding the power of compound interest. 7. How does compounding frequency affect growth? The more frequently interest is compounded, the faster your money will grow. Common compounding frequencies include annually, once a year, quarterly, 4 times a year, monthly, 12 times a year, daily, 365 times a year. Example, consider a $1,000 investment at 5% interest compounded annually, monthly, and daily for 1 year. Annually, $1,000 times 1.05 equals $1,050 monthly. $1,000 times 1 plus 0.05 equals $1,050, 0.05 12th to the 12th power, approximately 1,051.16 daily. 1,000 times 1 plus 0.05 over 365 to the 365 power, approximately $1,051.27. As you can see, daily compounding yields the highest return, followed by monthly and then annually. The more frequently interest compounds, the greater the final amount. 8. What are the benefits of compound interest? Exponential growth. With compound interest, even small investments can grow significantly over time. Passive growth. You don't need to do anything to earn compound interest. It works automatically as long as you leave your money invested. Long-term wealth. Building. Compound. Interest is a great tool for building wealth, especially if you start early and allow your investments to grow for years or decades. Helps outpace inflation. If your investment grows faster than inflation, compound interest helps maintain or even increase the purchasing power of your money. 9. How can compound interest be used in investments? Compound interest is widely used in various investment products, including retirement accounts, investments in IRAs, 401ks, and pension funds. Compound over time, allowing individuals to accumulate wealth for retirement. Mutual funds and ETFs, reinvested dividends in stocks or mutual funds, can also compound, increasing the value of the initial investment. Bonds. Some bonds also offer compound interest, which can enhance returns over the life of the bond. Investors can maximize the power of compound interest by reinvesting dividends and interest instead of withdrawing them. 10. What happens if compound interest is applied to debt? While compound interest can help your savings grow, it can also work against you when you have debt. Credit card debt, for instance, compounds daily or monthly, meaning the interest keeps adding up on your outstanding balance. If you don't pay off your debt quickly, compound interest can cause your debt to spiral out of control. This is why it's crucial to manage high-interest debt carefully and try to pay it off as soon as possible. 11th, can compound interest help you get rich? Yes, compound interest can help build wealth over time. The key is to start early and let your money grow. If you regularly invest and leave it to compound, you can accumulate significant wealth over several decades, even if you start with small amounts. 12. What is the impact of inflation on compound interest? Inflation erodes the purchasing power of your money over time. If your investment isn't earning enough to outpace inflation, the value of your money will decrease in real terms. To protect against inflation, you need to invest in assets that offer returns higher than the rate of inflation. 13. How can I maximize compound interest? To maximize the benefits of compound interest, start early. The earlier you start, the more your money can compound. Reinvest earnings. Always reinvest any dividends or interest to maximize compounding. Avoid withdrawals. The longer you leave your money invested, the more powerful the compounding effect. Minimize fees. Fees can eat into your returns, so choose low-fee investment options. Choose high-interest investments. Look for accounts or investments that offer higher compounding rates. 14. Why should I start investing early? The key to benefiting from compound interest is time. The earlier you start investing, the more you can benefit from compound interest. By starting early, you give your investments more time to grow and compound. Even small, regular contributions can grow significantly over a long period. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn about compound interest. I hope this guide helped you understand the concept clearly and inspired you to make smarter financial choices. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Have questions or suggestions? Drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep growing your money smartly.